If you're not going to like this, this is my disclaimer. You need to leave. Say something once, why say it again? If you're not going to like this, get the fuck out of here. No, it's not made for kids. As it turns out, it's a pretty fun story. I mean, I'm going over my memories of this guy when I was at the replacement detachment at Fort Bragg on Ardennes down that way, where you'd show up and they called you Cherry because you had a beret, but you didn't have a unit crest or anything, or the flash or anything on there. But that's all the other guys. When I graduated airborne training, I'd already done a taboo thing. They said, don't ever buy a beret before you graduate. It's bad luck. I went right the fuck out and got a beret. I was hanging out with the Rangers, and they taught me how to shave my beret, and I got a flash and a unit crest from the 1st of the 507th Engineers, 1st of the 507th Airborne. I'm sorry, I get things mixed up sometimes. You know, that Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi, they look so much alike. But so when I was at the replacement detachment, I wasn't actually a Cherry because I didn't have just an empty red beret. I had a flash and the unit crest on it. I came in as an anomaly right off. You motherfuckers are so afraid of your destiny, you're not willing to fucking fight it. And so I say, I'm standing there waiting in the field when everybody else has left. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? But I was standing there. Really wasn't what the fuck. I'm used to it. That's the truth. It's just like, what the fuck, this again? But I am used to it. It's just a common reaction every time you get screwed over. I'm like, ah. And then here comes Misuch. And I talked about Misuch in this other video I did. And this is the part where it gets bad. It's Misuch is a guy that, well, I once drove him to South Carolina. As soon as we were pulling into the town we were getting into, he was like, ah! 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 He was doing fucking, oh, mama, I can do it. But he was like, ah! It's like, Jesus, I'm trying to drive the car. Shut the fuck up. We're trying to run a nation here. You know, type of thing. And he was a fucking maniac. He was fucked up in the head. And yeah, he jumped out of an airplane and he burned in. I also burned in, probably better than he did. But I thought he was fucked up because he'd burned in. On a jump, you know, when your chute malfunctions. The story with him is that this stupid fucking pasted head guy, he packed a light rock You're supposed to have 35 pounds in your ruck when you jump. It's 40 when you ruck march. And he just put a light ruck in there so he didn't have to carry as much weight. There's a lazy motherfucker for you. And what happened? Oh! Same thing that had happened to me, only I didn't try to pull my reserve. I made it fucking work. He had a chute malfunction. They got him fucking rigged up like that. And he's like, ah! And, you know, you try to pull your reserve. There's a way to do it. You hold it. If it's a slow burn, you hold it in, you pull the pin, and you let it out. But if you're burning fast, you just pull that fucker, and it's supposed to blow out, and you just... But if you've got a light ruck hanging off the front of you, it flies up because gravity isn't strong enough to hold it down, and it blocks your fucking reserve from coming out. And he made it down to about 100 feet. That's what they said. And that's what I did. I was just better at it. It's an interesting thing. I've never made this connection, how closely Misuch and I are connected. I mean, I had 2 chute malfunctions in a row. The second one was the best. 100 feet above the ground. PLF, parachute landing fall, motherfucker. And so here comes Misuch with his goddamn rucksack, keeping his reserve from coming out because he's, as I said, what they said, he was like this before. He's not a very quick thinker. He doesn't know how to slow time. He doesn't know how to make use and focus. He's thinking about how he didn't get enough hugs from his mommy and daddy when he was a child. And this is the part I told you about. It's true. He didn't get enough. His mother and father were killed in a horrific car accident while he was a child. But what the fuck? You got this mentally deficient person driving around picking up people, and it turned out he drove for the command sergeant major. That's why he showed up in the Jeep to get me. He was the driver. They're like, well, he's too stupid to do anything else. Let's just put him on the road with fucking Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Veach, who was just a horrifying man. But this is the terrible part, is that when you show up looking for a hero, and this is all you get,